Brain fog feels like your brain is stuck in low power mode. You're awake, but you're not sharp. The goal here is simple. Get clearer within about 30 minutes using a repeatable routine. Not a miracle, not a diagnosis, just a fast reset that works with your body. Brain fog often comes from a few common buckets: dehydration, low blood sugar stability, stale air and low movement, stress overload, and poor sleep carryover. So the routine hits those buckets in a smart order. First, you'll change your physiology, then you'll clear mental noise, then you'll set up focus. You don't need special tools. You need a timer and a little honesty about what you've been doing the last few hours. If you can't think straight, decision-making is the first thing to simplify. So I'll give you exact steps and options so you can pick the version that fits your situation. Let's start with the fastest win: oxygen and circulation. Moving to slide 2. Before you do anything, run a 20-second check-in. Rate your fog from 1 to 10. Then ask 3 quick questions. When did you last drink water? When did you last eat something with protein or fiber? And have you moved your body at all in the last hour? This matters because brain fog is often a basic input problem, not a motivation problem. If you're dehydrated, your blood volume drops a bit, and your brain can feel sluggish. If you've been grazing on quick carbs, you can get a spike and then a dip that feels like mental cotton. If you've been sitting still, circulation and alertness drop. Also notice your environment. Is the room warm, stuffy, or dim? That can quietly drag your attention down. This check-in is not about blame. It's about picking the right lever first. Write your number down mentally, because you'll re-rate at the end. Moving to slide 3. Minute 0 to 5 is hydration plus minerals. Drink a full glass of water, slowly but steadily. If you've been sweating, had a lot of caffeine, or you're coming off a salty meal, consider adding electrolytes. That can be as simple as an electrolyte packet or a pinch of salt with water, if that fits your diet. The point is to support fluid balance, not to chug endlessly. Hydration helps because your brain is sensitive to small shifts in fluid status. Also, if you tend to forget to drink, brain fog can be your early warning sign. While you drink, do one more thing. Rinse your mouth or brush your teeth. It sounds unrelated, but it's a quick sensory reset that signals a new phase. If you're prone to reflux, sip rather than gulp. If you have blood pressure or kidney issues, be cautious with extra salt. Hydration is the foundation, not the whole solution. Next, we wake up your nervous system. Moving to slide 4. Minutes 5 to 10 are about light and air. If you can, step outside for 2 to 5 minutes. Natural light, even on a cloudy day, helps your brain understand it's time to be alert. If you can't go outside, open a window or change rooms. Stale air and higher carbon dioxide can make you feel sleepy and unfocused. Keep it simple. Breathe through your nose and take 10 slow breaths. Each exhale should be a little longer than the inhale. That longer exhale nudges your stress response down, which frees up working memory. You're not trying to get dizzy or do a complicated breathing method. You're just shifting gears from stuck to online. If you're in a place where you can't change your environment, at least change your posture. Stand up, shoulders back, and let your chest open. Small changes in input can create big changes in clarity. Now we add movement to drive blood flow. Moving to slide 5. Minutes 10 to 15 are a short movement burst. The goal is not a workout. The goal is circulation, oxygen delivery, and a mild adrenaline bump that improves alertness. Pick one: a brisk walk, climbing stairs, bodyweight squats, or a quick mobility flow. Aim for a pace where you can still talk, but you feel warmer by the end. If you're very foggy, start with 30 seconds and build. Movement helps because it increases blood flow and can boost neurotransmitters tied to focus. It also breaks the frozen at the desk loop. If you're sensitive to anxiety, keep it moderate, not intense. After the movement, pause for 10 seconds and notice your state. Many people feel a first lift right here. If you're still heavy and slow, that's a clue the next lever, fuel, may matter more. Let's handle food in a way that stabilizes energy, not spikes it. Moving to slide 6. Minutes 15 to 20 are for a small stabilizing snack, only if you need it. If you haven't eaten in a while, or you feel shaky, irritable, or hollow, Low blood sugar may be part of the fog. Choose protein plus fiber or protein plus healthy fat. Examples: Greek yogurt with berries, a handful of nuts with an apple, eggs, or hummus with vegetables. If you're plant-based, tofu, edamame, or a protein shake with a piece of fruit can work. Keep the portion small. You're aiming for steady energy, not a heavy digestion crash. If you just ate a big meal and you're foggy, skip food and focus on a short walk and water instead. Also be careful with quick fixes like candy or sugary coffee drinks. They can feel great for 10 minutes and then drop you lower. Now that your body inputs are cleaner, we clear mental clutter fast. Moving to slide 7. Minutes 20 to 23 are a brain dump. Brain fog often gets worse when your brain is juggling open loops, unfinished tasks, worries, and tiny decisions. Grab a piece of paper or a notes app and do a 3-minute still. Write every nagging thought as a short phrase. No full sentences, no organizing, just unload. Then draw 2 columns. In the first column, mark what you can act on in the next 24 hours. In the second, mark what you can't control right now. This simple sorting reduces cognitive load. It's like closing extra tabs in your brain. If you're overwhelmed, pick just one item from the act column and define the next physical step. Not work on project, but open document and write 3 bullets. The goal is to convert vague pressure into a clear next move. Now we pair that with a focus lock so your attention stops leaking. Moving to slide 8. Minutes 23 to 26 are about removing distractions and setting a single target. Brain fog loves multitasking. So you're going to create a narrow lane. Silence notifications for 25 minutes, or put your phone in another room if you can. Then choose one task that actually matters, not 5 tasks. 1. Now make it smaller. Define what done looks like in 20 minutes. Examples: outline the email, solve the first 2 problems, or read and summarize 3 pages. If you're stuck, use a 2-minute starter rule. Work for just 2 minutes with full attention. Starting is often the hardest part when you're foggy, because the brain predicts effort and resists. Once you're moving, momentum helps clarity. If your work is creative, consider a short constraint like write 10 rough lines. If it's analytical, start with the easiest sub-step. Moving to slide 9. Minutes 26 to 28 are a sensory reset. Pick one. Splash cool water on your face. Hold a cool drink against your cheeks for 20 seconds. Or step into cooler air. Mild cold exposure can increase alertness and reduce the sleepy drift. Keep it gentle. You're not trying to shock yourself. Another option is a quick visual reset. Look at something far away for 30 seconds. Then close your eyes for 10 seconds. This relaxes the near-focus strain that builds from screens and reading. If your fog comes with tension, add a 20-second jaw and shoulder release. Unclench your teeth. Drop your shoulders. Slow your exhale. These tiny signals tell your nervous system you're safe, which helps attention come back online. Now you're ready for the final 2 minutes. A fast recheck and a plan to prevent the fog from returning in an hour. Moving to slide 10. Minute 28 to 30 is the retest. Rate your brain fog again from 1 to 10. Even a 2-point improvement is meaningful because it means you found a lever that works for you. Now decide your next 25 minutes. Either you do a focused work block or you do a recovery block. A work block is for when your number improved and you feel stable. A recovery block is for when you're still at a high fog number, or you feel headachy, dizzy, or unusually off. Recovery can mean a longer walk, a short nap if it's appropriate for you, or simply reducing demands for a bit. The key is to stop forcing high cognitive tasks when your inputs are still wrong. Also note patterns. If hydration helped most, you likely run dry. If movement helped most, you may be sitting too long. If food helped most, you may need more balanced meals. Next, I'll give you a few if this, then that quick fixes for common scenarios. Moving to slide 11. Here are quick adjustments based on your situation. If your fog hits after lunch, it may be meal size or a heavy carb load. Try smaller portions, more protein, and a 10-minute walk after eating. If your fog hits mid-morning, it can be caffeine timing plus not enough water or breakfast. Pair caffeine with water and add protein early. If your fog hits late afternoon, it may be a circadian dip plus screen fatigue. Use the far focus reset, get outside light, and do gentle movement. If your fog comes with stress, racing thoughts, or tight chest, prioritize the longer exhale breathing and the brain dump. If your fog comes with headaches, consider hydration, posture, and taking breaks from intense near work. And if brain fog is frequent, severe, or paired with symptoms like fainting, chest pain, or major mood changes, that's a reason to talk with a clinician. Next, let's make this routine easier to repeat by turning it into a simple checklist. Moving to slide 12. To make this automatic, use a checklist you can remember under pressure. Water, air, move, fuel, clear, focus, reset. That's WAMFCFR. Water is 1 glass. Air is light and fresh breathing. Move is 5 minutes. Fuel is optional and stabilizing. Clear is the 3-minute brain dump. Focus is 1 task with notifications off. Reset is the sensory reboot and retest. The reason checklists work is they remove decision fatigue. When you're foggy, your brain is the worst tool for planning, so you rely on a script.
You can also set simple guardrails. Drink water before your second coffee, stand up once per hour, and aim for meals that don't swing your energy.
If sleep is the root issue, this routine can still help you function better, but it won't replace consistent sleep. Use it as a bridge, not a lifestyle. Now let's close with a clean, practical plan for your next time fog shows up. Moving to slide 13. Next time brain fog hits, don't negotiate with it. Start the 30-minute timer and run the sequence. First, water and minerals if appropriate. Second, light and air with slow nasal breaths. Third, 5 minutes of movement to wake up circulation. Fourth, a small stabilizing snack only if your body is asking for it. Fifth, a 3-minute brain dump to close open loops. Sixth, lock onto 1 task and start for 2 minutes. Seventh, a quick sensory reset, then re-rate your fog. If you want to make this even faster, identify your top 2 levers from your retest notes and start there. Keep it calm and practical. Clarity usually comes from stacking small inputs, not from one dramatic trick. If you want more routines like this, subscribe. And for a quick check-in, comment with your biggest brain fog trigger. A. Dehydration, B. Stress, or C. Food and energy swings. This information is not a substitute for medical advice.